All right. Sunday. It is a super huge NFL Sunday. So looks like we got pretty much everybody logging in here. We got Bentley, we got Mr. Greg Vaughn. I'm guessing. Hey, are you coming live from the casino, Greg?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
We got Bama. Tony's on his way from I think Kecho. So you're telling me Tony, like, I know it was UFC last night and it was
Yeah.
Tyson the night before.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gotta be.
We watched the Tyson fight last night or Friday here at the house because it was on Netflix. But yeah, now Keith got UFC last night, so you went over there. I wanted to chill out and watch the Georgia game when I stayed at the house. But
Yeah, which was that was interesting for a little while, but
yeah, it was. And I flipped it over to the BYU game and the Oregon game. And yeah,
nice.
which were much more interesting games. But yeah.
Which I kind of want to start off here. I don't know if you guys were watching Sports Talk this week, but Mr. Controversy, Stephen A. Smith himself came out and made this crazy announcement that we made on Sports and Tacos like a month ago. All of a sudden, he says he thinks Deion Sanders might be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Did we not say that first on Sports and Tacos like a month ago?
I know we've talked about it, so yeah, I go back and look at the archives probably, yeah, because I know it's like the first time it's brought up on this show. Heck no.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it was like the headline this week on the Stephen
I
A.
don't know
Smith
about
show.
that. I know Deion's doing great, man. I don't know if he'd want to go to Dallas and head coach. That might be one of the only ones because he might be able to put Jerry Jones in this little corner for a minute. But
That's the breaking news of this week, which was broke on Sports and Tacos a month ago. I was sitting there in the gym watching this headline and was like, what the F, man? We were talking about that a month ago.
So we got a fan in Stephen A. then, huh? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they got spies. They're like, maybe if this starts to come to fruition, then we'll actually report on it.
Well, it'll sell tickets. If they get Deion and his son over there, it'll definitely sell tickets. But realistically, are they going to – will they actually be a team that'll actually make a playoff run or even a Super Bowl run? They'll probably be 500 team at best, I believe.
I mean, it's all about his players. I mean, it seems like the guy knows how to – did you guys know? I didn't realize that Warren Sapp is the Buffs D-line coach.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
He's got a lot of talent on that coaching staff right now. Played NFL, yeah.
I mean, not only does he recruit players like it's nothing, but you get Warren Sapp to come be the D-line coach. That is amazing. I didn't know that.
Well, and I can't think of his name. He was a coach in Seattle with them last year that Deion got over also to coach the defensive line, and they've gone from last in the college football in sacks to first in the Big 12 and almost top 5 in the country right there. So they've had a huge turnaround right there.
God, and then it's such a catch-22. I knew this was going to happen. I had this feeling he was going to have this breakout year, and then Deion is off to the NFL. What are your thoughts on all this, Greg? Any Deion, the Cowboys, all this?
No, I mean it's news. It's going to flood the airways from now until they probably lose in a playoff game, but it's it's interesting. I don't look at too much Cowboy stuff. You know what I mean? I like the direction. And I'm a 49er fan.
Well, but you know what? Eighth old tab. Keep an eye on, keep your enemies closer. What do you want to keep an eye on the Cowboys right there? So.
No. This is no Cowboys here.
All Niners all day. So let me, guys. I'll just wrap this up with this. I mean, because it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting as we go into the college football playoffs. But Do you guys think? I was just talking to Bama. Like I get that CU's getting all this publicity right now. I don't even think CU could necessarily beat LSU if they face any SEC team. What do you think happens,
Yeah,
Greg?
we talked last week. I don't think so. I just think they're too big. You know what I mean? The other
They're
teams are too
huge.
big. They're too big. They're too fast, and they play. You know, every game, every game is a big game in that conference. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
So,
they wouldn't beat Georgia. They wouldn't beat Alabama. They wouldn't beat Ole Miss.
I did say
They
though
wouldn't. I
I
don't
think
think
the
they
way
would beat
LSU's playing
Tennessee.
now, the way LSU's playing right now, they might could hang with LSU because LSU looks horrible these last few games.
I mean, I get that, but they're still SEC players. It's almost like apples and oranges. I think.
That
I
might be
think.
the only one. But yeah, I did say I think them and Ole Miss might be a good matchup just because it's two high flying offenses. I mean, yeah, Ole Miss a little bit bigger, but Colorado stepped up their game this year. I mean, like you said, Greg, they got on the especially defensive side right there on the line. They got a lot beefier there. The offensive line's gotten a little bit bigger also. But I guess Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. Now they wasn't a team.
Yeah, Bentley, you got any thoughts on CU if they have to play an SEC team in the college football playoff?
I'll still say I'll stick with Bama. That's it, Alabama.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, God, it's crazy to think, but okay, cool. It doesn't look like G Unit was able to make it on this morning, which I'm kind of happy about. She's not here to gloat about my Denver Broncos. Absolutely horrible loss last week.
What a game! I was thinking, wow, Denver came to play. Oh my gosh, that's it. And then what?
How do you? I mean, any given Sunday, but how? Like, if I would have had a remote, I'd have thrown the remote through the TV at Hooters. Like, I was losing it. So
that was wild.
Yeah,
that was wild. At Kansas City, it's funny. All these games we see them. Okay, they're going to lose finally, and is it the football gods? Is it what? I mean, what is it?
They lose today.
That's going to be a good game.
You would think, but I don't. You know, I was texting this week. I mean, I don't think they lose today. I think it's going to be a great game. I think they lose the last week of the season at Mile High. Because I don't know. I mean, okay, let me ask you this, guys. You know, they got Mahomes has 3 trophies. Does it matter? I guarantee if they're undefeated going into Mile High that last game of the season, they are going to try. Absolutely. Because he's already got 3 trophies.
Well, yeah, but they're not going to be undefeated going into Mile High, man. Come on.
I think they are for some reason.
No, they're not.
And the Broncos are going to be the ones that wreck their perfect season. That's
you had your chance. You had your chance last week to wreck the perfect season. Now it's different. Greg, did you take Buffalo today?
But what's the deal with Kansas City? Because we know they're an offensive team, but already now, again, it's like, oh, it's the defense. Their offense is not that good. Why is the offense struggling so much? Why are they struggling so much? And the defense is carrying them, and obviously special teams.
But you know what though, and they're still winning. So that's the scary thing. That's the scary.
So scary. Yeah. Hey, Greg, if you were the if you were the coach of the Chiefs, Greg, can you hear me?
Yeah.
That looks like he's ordering.
Can we also get hot sauce?
Yeah, go ahead. I hear you.
Okay. Hey, if you were Andy Reid and you were undefeated in that last week of the season going into Denver, I mean, you have to go for the undefeated season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, but I think the bottom line is three-peating, man. I mean, if undefeated is undefeated, but the three-peat at the end of the day,
is what matters.
No, it wouldn't matter, but three-peating that's what you play for the chip. So if undefeated comes with it, you get it. But if you told me to be undefeated and not win a championship, you can have undefeated all day. Give me the championship.
Well, okay, let me just give you the scenario. Like if the Chiefs are playing for nothing that last week of the season at Mile High, like would you bench your starters?
Andy Reid has done that before.
You're not playing for nothing. You're playing for the undefeated season that you can cherry on top with his
Well,
three.
that's what I'm saying. You know, the three-peat is more important. But if you're Andy Reid and you're undefeated, you're going into Mile High. It's going to be cold as hell.
I mean,
It's
if you
in
got a guy
January.
if you got like some questionable, that has some injury or something, you don't want to like risk something big. But no, I'm not going to sit somebody that's perfectly healthy if I'm undefeated in that last game. No.
But and if
And the
they're
players
undefeated,
want that.
and if they're undefeated and going into the playoffs, I think they can get healthy during the bye week. That they're going to have. So I think he plays them for a little bit, and then the priority's going to be winning that chip, man. I mean,
Right.
that's just what I believe. I mean, that's what you live for.
Yeah.
Undefeated is a bonus.
Well,
But
that's why.
It's the second time ever. That's a hell of a bonus to try and get right there, though, Greg. I mean, yeah, that's the 72 Dolphins. That's the.
And that's why I led
every year. But.
That's why I led with, Mahomes already has 3 Lombardi trophies. So like a perfect season. Yeah, 3 in a row would be cool. But a perfect season, man, they'd be the ones to finally, match the 72 Dolphins. So I don't know. That was just something I was thinking about.
He's already on a different planet. There's nothing else he has to do. He's on a different planet. They can say what they want to say. No one's done what he has done this fast, and he's the ultimate warrior. Yeah. I mean, we could waste a lot of breath talking about what needs to be done, but everybody else needs to try to be like him and catch him. You know what I mean?
My God.
Well, Andy Reid is a player's coach, so I think he'll let them rest. And the winning record doesn't mean anything as long as they got the home field advantage and they go to a Super Bowl. So I think he'll leave that up to Patrick Mahomes and say, hey, how do you guys feel in the locker room? You want to play or you don't have to? We got it already. You could rest if you like. And I believe that he'll give that decision to Patrick.
If you're a player, you're going to want to play them.
Yeah. And knowing him, he's going to play.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Knowing him, he's going to play.
I was curious about that. What was it? The Patriots, what came within that one win in the Super Bowl loss, one undefeated season?
Yeah.
Did they rest Brady and Johnson in the last week of that season?
I don't think they did.
I would imagine they would have.
Yeah, Belichick, he doesn't take it. He was the kind of guy, he don't take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yes, that's what I think. That's the best way. I think that's what you do.
Yeah. All right. I got a couple other.
They lose today to Buffalo.
I hope so. I hope so. I just don't think it's going to happen for some reason.
I just think it's for any team. If they're going to make a Super Bowl run, it's healthy that they actually lose. Like the odds are going against you when you're going to undefeated. You got to lose, and it's okay to lose. The goal is the Super Bowl, winning that. That's the goal.
Yeah.
The goal is to win every game, which includes the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You play to win the game.
Yes, indeed.
Play to win the game, but get in the damn Super Bowl and win that.
Hey guys, what are your thoughts all of a sudden of the 7-2 Russell Wilson-led Pittsburgh effing Steelers?
One and done.
I'm scared as a Ravens fan today. Just being honest. Yeah.
And I would rephrase it: the 7-2 Mike Tomlin led Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin,
dude.
I mean,
He's
the ultimate coach.
One and done in the playoffs. They'll get in, and they're one and done. They're just a one-dimensional team. They're not going to go far.
See, I disagree.
Me too.
I disagree. They're built for cold weather. They run the ball more than they throw it. Play action. Their backs can catch passes out of the back, and they play awesome defense.
They got a great defense. And you said the nail on the head there with Tomlin, dude. You cannot go against Mike Tomlin right there. But
Tomlin's decision-making in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, that kind of leads me into my next topic. Bentley, this one's like for you. Let's say, I don't know, the divisional round of the AFC playoffs are the Chargers and the Steelers. It could happen.
Chargers have a better coach. Jim Harbaugh has a higher IQ. He'll know how to manage and play put the game together.
Wait, what did Billy say? What did you say?
Yeah.
I was about to eat my breakfast and I almost choked. He said they have a better coach?
Yeah, not over Tomlin now.
Over Tomlin?
It's
Mike
Jim
Tomlin?
Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh. Let's not forget, he was this close to winning the Super Bowl. Remember that one? With the Niners.
He was this close. Mike Tomlin's the only. Billy, I know you're smart. Do your homework. Go look at Mike Tomlin. He has never lost in 17 years as an NFL head coach. He's always on the winning side. Players love him. He stands on facts, and we were all critiquing him over putting Russell Wilson in over Fields too, right? He didn't care about what anyone said. He did what's best for his team. So you can't say better coach. Nah.
No, that does remain to be seen for sure. So
I'll leave that decision making. I think Harbaugh will outsmart this guy if they're in the
Okay,
playoff game.
so we're gonna go back to that because that's my team, right?
Okay.
49ers. He was so smart that we ran the ball all the way to the 1 yard line. Then he called 4 pass plays all to the same side of the field, and we lose the Super Bowl.
Yeah, thank you, by the way, for those Super Bowls.
Hey, sounds like Colin Kaepernick.
Ravens,
That's what he
yeah.
is a gift.
Shit, he could have
Hey.
called a quarterback sneak. He
Okay.
called a pass play.
All right, let's pretend this playoff game is at the Steelers. What do you think the opening line's going to be? Chargers at Steelers in the playoffs.
That would be something.
3 points still for the Steelers.
To the Steelers? I think so.
I think they're like this right here. I mean, yeah, I think they're pretty close to you.
Steelers +4.
Yeah, got it. But Bentley, what do you think?
I'll go with the Chargers +3.
So, and I'm assuming it's a Russell Wilson-led Steelers team. I mean, he's got a lot of experience. If they somehow figure out how to bring him back, kind of from where he was, that's amazing. And then you got Tomlin. But, I mean, they got Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
God, that's a great game.
You got to remember, though, Tomlin is not a disciplinary coach, though. The ex-players that played there, like Roethlisberger, what was the – oh, my God, the guy went to the Patriots. He's not a very disciplined coach, and he seems to lack the skills, like, to keeping the guys motivated. That's why I say Tomlin's got kind of an easy road. The media praises him and all that stuff.
Bentley, you do not pay.
Motivated.
You don't know what you're talking about. I mean, just being a Baltimore Ravens fan, I see a lot of Mike Tomlin in the Pittsburgh shit. Dude, if you can, whatever I don't know what you're smoking, but pass them this way, brother, because I'd like to have some.
Yeah, Tomlin's just loved by the media, but if we really look at what he's done with the Steelers the last 17 years, they declined. And every time
Okay.
I'm not saying you got a bad team in the Chargers there, because I like Harbaugh's a winning coach wherever he goes as well, right there. But he ain't no better than Mike Tomlin. And heads up for the team, I think it'd be a really good game. Whoever's at home wins that game.
So, Bama, if you had to put $1,000 on that game, who would you take?
Well, like I said, whoever's home team wins the game.
Whoever's at home.
Home team wins that game. I feel like.
Got it. Greg Vaughn, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Oh,
Who would you take in that game?
Steelers. Yeah, because Harbaugh, he's going to try to run up and down the field, and that's not going to work against those guys. And once you get Hightower and Watt coming off the end, no, I'm Steelers all day.
Steelers all day. Yeah, got it. God, it's so hard, man. Justin, because I think
make one more point. The only way the Steelers win this game, if they were to play, we know NFL is slightly rigged, and I think the rest will give them the calls, and I'll give them that way the win.
Billy, I don't think Cincinnati goes home losing this weekend against the Chargers. I think they beat the Chargers this weekend. Personally,
I was going to get into that.
Well,
that's what I'm looking at. No, I'm not going against the Chargers.
Yes, Chargers here, and I'm Chargers are favored. Chargers are favored. They're going to lose today.
NFL has some slight funny things going on now, missing face mask calls. There's something going on now in the NFL, and it's funny how it's not getting addressed. They just talk about more international games. So I do believe if we see a tight game somewhere, the call, whoever wins that's because of the call will be missed or something. That's what I'm thinking.
That's a pretty easy prediction.
Yeah, I hope not.
I think I would have to take I think I'm going to take the Chargers in that game, just because I think Justin Herbert is the better quarterback overall. That's it. And I'll leave it at that. But that would be a hell of a playoff game.
Oh, hey. Imagine if Joe Cool played for the Chargers. Oh, man.
Not the same quarterback, but better receivers with Cincinnati.
Yes.
I definitely give the running edge to the Chargers. Chargers got the running edge.
We got that. Okay, just real quick before we dive into our picks this week. What the hell's going on with the Bears?
The Bears.
They came back to earth, like we said earlier this year. They came back to earth.
Like
Bears.
The
Caleb
defense can carry
Williams.
that team forever. The defense,
Ca-
they can't outscore the offense every week.
I mean, Caleb Williams was the greatest thing since sliced bread for the first month of the season,
That
and
was you
now,
talking. That was your poster on the wall. That was
like,
It's the Bears. That's it.
what is? You think it's just the Bears?
Yeah, that's
no,
it.
no.
Poor guys.
It's the whole staff and everything. I mean, you just because you put some good receivers and like Keenan Allen, those guys around. I mean, doesn't always make, like I said, the defense what carried the team to begin with when they kept him in the game. They should have lost a couple more games while he was playing good, like you was saying. But the defense made sure they didn't lose those games. And then they get that win.
And what's the best thing of a young quarterback? Best friend, run the ball. And they're built to run the ball, and now they don't run the ball. Now they want him to throw it 75 times a game.
Yeah.
Right.
Run the ball.
Yeah, you got Swift. He's a good running back.
They're just
You
trying
got
to the numbers.
you got two good running backs. Hand the ball off.
Yeah.
Hand the ball
Right.
off.
And then now
You buying or selling Caleb Williams in the future?
Oh, I'm buying for sure.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm not.
You think they just got to get a team around and get an offensive line, all the things.
I mean, he's a rookie. First off, I mean, what rookies just come in and dominate automatically? Not very often.
I know.
With the good
But
people.
That's a bad idea as well.
Well, let me ask you this, guys. Do you ever remember a rookie that comes in and like dominates for the first 4, 5, 6 weeks and then just falls off a cliff?
Why would you say he dominated those first 4 or 5
His
weeks?
stats were great. I mean, him and Jaden Daniels.
Just
his
because you
stats
won
were.
the games don't mean that it was because Caleb was dominating.
But
I
you got
know,
to
I'm
remember,
just-
it's the right system too. You got. I mean, it's important who you go. You know, what the skill set, your skill set is, and who do you have. They're not trying to change who you are, but trying to bring out your strengths and make your weaknesses not so glaring for your skill set, for your system. Caleb Williams. I mean, this isn't USC. You can't go back there and throw the ball 70 times a game. Not in the NFL.
I know. Yeah.
Run the ball. The same thing happened before with Justin Fields. They all had different coordinators, 7 years and 5 years in a row, that try to make him be somebody that he's not. You know what I mean? And it's I just don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
So they should have fired a head coach also, not just a coordinator person.
All right. Listen, if you had to invest $1 million for the next 10 years, you couldn't have that $1 million back for 10 years. Are you putting it on Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams?
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. Yeah.
Just as big of an arm, he can also move.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, pretty unanimous. Jaden Daniels would get your investing money.
Yeah. Question too, NFC East, are the Eagles for real, or they're just a wreck, or is it they got an easy schedule or something?
Dude, Saquon Barkley
Are they
is for real. Saquon is for real. Again, like how you let that guy get away.
Talk about how terrible they are.
Well, last year they were the best team in football until they lost 12 straight games, and then they went from the darlings of football to they need to fire Sirianni as head coach. And now this year they weren't the greatest team to start. Now they just 8 games in a row they won or something.
What's the difference with the Eagles this season than last season? They have the same
Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, the Saquon show, dude. If you can run the football, especially with a guy like Jalen Hurts, like it opens up so many things.
Pass ball. Saquon's another pass catcher to go with Devontae Smith, to go with AJ Brown, and now you got the Goddard, however you pronounce that. No disrespect, the tight end guy. That's a hell of a team.
Yeah.
Offense, the defense has always been pretty good,
I mean, if you have an offense with the Eagles and Jalen Hurts that can run the ball like a beast, he is so mobile and has such a cannon for an arm. If you're like the defense and you're scared about them running the football, they will be able to just burn you with play action and misdirection, plays breaking down, because Hurts, if he has that crazy running game, it can destroy you. That's why at least from what I see, they're so good again.
I don't know. I don't know what's flipped the switch, because I mean they start off 8-1 or 7-1 last year, and then lost like the last 7 or 8 in a row to go out of the playoff or lose first round or whatever it was. I mean, it's pretty much the same team minus Saquon. The coaching staff I feel like is pretty much the same.
Like NFC,
I think they just are buying back in because they feel I think Saquon's the reason, honestly. I mean, just the fact that they feel so comfortable that you said it makes that offense look so much better now. I mean, not to take anything away from the guys that were there last year and them right there.
Let me ask you this, like after what you've seen the last few weeks, Saquon that's on fire, they could probably knock off the Lions. Could they not if they could run the football and just keep them off the field?
I think they beat the Lions right now if they play.
Yeah,
I
isn't
think
that
it'll be a
nuts,
one-score
dude?
game. One-score game.
All of a sudden, the NFC is like good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to dive into today's picks?
Do it.
Red Eye Jedi. All right. We don't have I don't know where TMP is. Did TMP even text this freaking?
I haven't seen or heard.
Jesus Christ. They must have been up till 3 a.m. watching the UFC fight. Okay. So Spence's lead pipe lock of the week. It's not very creative, but I think it's money in the bank. And that is Broncos -2. They are going to be furious from that loss last week. Sean Payton, that practice this week, that had to have been a hard, bad week of practice. They are going to be highly motivated, and they are at home. Don't get me wrong, the Falcons are pretty good, but I think they're going to bust out the whooping stick. I would also take the over maybe in that game. I'm not sure what the number is because the Falcons they can put up some points.
44.
But the mile high is going to be rocking today for that Falcons game. I'm all over the Broncos -2. What do you guys
The
thoughts?
Broncos should be able to step on those birds pretty easily, I think.
Well, and the fact that it's only 2, dude, a field goal covers.
Yeah.
Even if the Broncos win this game 33-30 or 28-25 or something like that, he's still a cover.
And the Broncos still are contenders. They still have a chance, right, to get in the play. I mean, they still have a chance.
Yeah, we're 5-5,
Yeah.
So just that loss, God, that loss hurt. So they're going to be motivated, I'm thinking. So that's my number 1 pick of the day. The next 2 games, I really wanted TMP because I needed to rub that magical bald head of his, that crystal ball. Okay, Bengals Chargers, dude. It's basically a pick 'em. And if I had to put $1 million on this game, I'm sorry, Bentley, but I think the Bengals are going to be highly motivated from that crushing loss to the Ravens.
Oh yeah, they match up well.
And it's at the Chargers, and the problem is the Chargers. Don't get me. That ain't really a home game. The Chargers don't really have a home.
No.
So it's not like they're going to be the Bengals are going to be playing in some rocking stadium with 80,000 crazy fans. The 20,000 Chargers fans in SoCal might show up to the game.
Yeah. Hopefully we get just an entertaining, high-scoring game. That's what I'd love to see.
So I'm taking Bengals in that. What are you guys' thoughts on Bengals Chargers?
Very realistic.
We talked about it well too. I like the Bengals in that game right there. I think, the quarterbacks are about even. I think the Bengals got a better pass game. Otherwise, I think the Chargers got a better run game.
Well, the Bengals know that stadium. They're comfortable there.
Greg, what you got any thoughts on that game?
Yeah, sorry about the screaming baby. You know what I mean?
No, you're fine.
Maybe he didn't like his dad's picks. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm not taking the Chargers. I'm taking Bengals.
Bengals? Cool. So we're in agreement on that one. And I think that's going to be that should be a really entertaining game. Then the other game of the day is the Ravens are favored by 3 over the Steelers at Pittsburgh. I got to go with Pittsburgh. I got to go with the home dog in the 3. I think it might push, but the Steelers at 7-2, they're hot. They're a 3-point dog at home. I always like quality home dogs. Oh, there's TMP. Okay, hold on. All right, Tony will be on in a second.
Yeah.
So what are your guys' thoughts of Ravens and Steelers?
Take the under. The under hits like 7 in a row.
He's just in a nick of time, Tony. Just in a nick of time.
Just in a nick of time. God bless America, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, Tony. So What's your lead pipe lock of the day? Tell me it's the Broncos -2.
Oh, hey, you know what? I do like that game, and I am going to take that game today. But no, my lock of the pick of the day is, once again, I'm going back to weeks. I am going the L.A. Rams. The Rams are going to cover today and conquer.
Really?
Four
Yes.
points ain't bad. That's a good pick. I like that.
I like the
back.
Rams. And
Only
if
4
you
points.
have any second doubts, my second pick will be the Raiders will lose today.
No, of course but that's a big line. But Raiders lose.
Yeah, but I do like the Rams, ladies and gentlemen. I do like the Rams, America.
Okay, Tony, we were just talking about Bengals Chargers. It's a pick 'em.
Oh, you know what? That's a tough game because, T. Higgins is still out, but at the same time, the Chargers, you know what? They're having troubles in that back line, but at the same time, it's hard to go against Joe Burrow's Bengals.
Bengals. Okay, cool. That's okay. So we're like unanimous on that.
I have a from Tony the Greek. I got a question for him.
Okay.
Hey Tony,
Yes, sir.
better coach, Mike
What you on,
Tomlin.
Mr. Vaughn?
And I know you're a little biased to Jim Harbaugh because he came from Michigan, but if
Go
you
blue,
had
baby. Go blue.
okay, but if you had to pick a coach, Tomlin or Harbaugh to start your team, who would you do? Who would you pick?
Well, you know what, Mr. Vaughn, I'm going to have to go Tomlin. That boy has a winning season ever since he was a rookie.
Yeah.
Bentley, that was for you.
Ever since he was a rookie, have to go with it.
I know, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I like Harbaugh, but not over Tomlin.
Hey, man, I'm a Harbaugh fan. I love the Harbaugh brothers, but at the same time, when you got a winning coach, ever since he was a rookie, you got to go with you got to go with what goes.
You know what's crazy about that is everyone always says get rid of a quarterback, but when you look at what you have to choose from and why these guys are starters and some we don't, maybe some of them shouldn't be
There's
starters,
a reason why they're winning.
There's a big gap. But there's a big gap between good coaches and good quarterbacks. I mean, and if you find them, you got to hold on to them.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like a diamond in the rough. I agree, Mr. Vaughn. I agree.
Okay.
What's up, man in the shower? What's up, Bama? What's up, Shotgun? This is the one and only TMP.
Hey, Tone.
Yes, sir.
The next game we were talking about was the Ravens are favored by 3 at Pittsburgh.
See, and I like that one, and it should be the Ravens favored because of the fact that they have you got a MVP from last year, and you got another chance to be another MVP. Plus, you have a running back that is an MVP. My gosh, that team is looking good, and the defense showing up.
But do you think they're going to cover 3? It just, to me, I like home dogs.
Yes.
You think so? Don't think too deeply
Yeah,
into
you know
it?
what? Think about it. You got two rivalries going head to head, and these guys hate each other. Harbaugh and Tomlin. Hey, you got to give it to him for those are 2 Hall of Fame coaches that are going to the Hall of Fame, but they also want to prove themselves, and they don't want to lose to the other one.
Yeah.
On this one, I got Ravens 3 points. I will take that 3 and I'll carry it to the mountain.
That'll be Baltimore's second win in about 7 tries against them. Lamar's only beat the Steelers one time, and that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And you know what? He actually
has the game. Yes.
He actually has a running back that, hey man, King Henry. They don't call him the king for nothing.
What do you like though, Tony? Do you like the over and out in 48.5 or the under?
Oh, I like the over. I think it's going to be a bloodbath.
No shit. I mean, no kids. Track record says the under on that game, man. Always.
See, but the funny part about you got to look at this part. You got two teams that like each other, like the Broncos and the Raiders, or the Broncos and the Chiefs. They just don't like each other, and they're just gonna go. They're gonna go cutthroat. And at the same time, Pittsburgh, they picked up a couple new people. Besides they have Najee. Besides they have Paramount. They now have Mike Williams, dude. Them. And look what he did. And the final last game, he scored the winning touchdown. He is the last pick that they needed to make them feel a little bit better than themselves and also playoff contention.
So Broncos -2, Bengals to win, Ravens to cover, and Rams to cover. You got any other what are your thoughts on Chiefs and Bills today?
I was wondering when you guys were gonna. I thought you guys were gonna be talking about that sooner or later. You know what? The ones I like, I actually like the Buffalo Bills, and the reason why, you're in Buffalo, there's a chance that things can happen and Style and Smile make it worthwhile. And Buffalo Bills have a little revenge. I like the Bills on this one. This is the day that the Chiefs are going to lose, and Miami is going to be drinking Dom Perignon.
Popping the Dom. Got it. Cool. Well, I'm trying to think. There's so that's the card for the week. So take the Bills. Got the Bills.
Don't forget about this.
I like Buffalo Bills for the reason being is for what they picked up, but at the same time, you got to understand that the Buffalo Bills are a little hungry, and they're also a little bit mad about the last couple years playing Kansas City.
Yeah, so is everybody. All right. Well, cool. Anybody else got any crazy picks they want to throw out?
I'm just saying, like you guys, and I think that I don't expect 14 for the Lions to cover up the Jaguars today. Mac Jones quarterbacking again. He doesn't do nothing but throw the ball to running backs and get tight end every now and then. The offense should put up at least 40 points in that team. I'd say 14. And Minnesota should cover 6 over Tennessee.
The Tennessee game, I think, is going to be. But I didn't hear you guys talk about, because I was watching you guys a little bit earlier. I'm over at my brother's house, at my family's house. But right now, one of the things that I want to talk about is Monday Night Football. Oh my gosh! They should have put that as a Sunday night game just to make Jerry feel a little bit happier than what he felt like the other night with that boxing match. All right, let's talk about Cowboys first. Yes. Oh my gosh, the Houston Texans. Come on. Stroud is going to step up because he hasn't stepped up in weeks. It's now time for Stroud to step up. He's got Mixon. He's got his tight end. He's got, now Dell. And then he also got a new guy back that he was hurt.
Yeah. Dallas has nobody. Cooper Rush, Dallas Cowboys, that's horrible. We saw that last week.
At the same time, the Dallas Cowboys, they got something to prove for themselves. Let's see what that young quarterback in the backfield stands up to. And then at the same time, come on. Is Zeke ever going to be playing this football game in the NFL? Come on, America, talk to me.
So you're saying take Texans in the points?
Oh, hell yeah. 100%.
Hey, while we're on that topic real quick, Tony, this week, all of a sudden, Dion is being named the next Cowboys head coach. What's your thoughts on that?
Hey, you know what? I heard about it too. Once his son gets picked in the draft, and I think he'll be a top 7. Top 7 in the NFL, in the NFL draft. I think he'll be a top 7, but once he goes to Dallas, I can see Daddy coming back in a year or two to be in the NFL in Jerry's world.
Yeah, it'd be nuts.
All right, guys, I got to go make my picks.
All right, good luck, Greg.
Good luck.
Hey, Greg Vaughn, I love you, baby. Hey, do you think your 49ers have it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have it.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
I think they have it, but we still give up too many points. I'm leaving that game alone.
Yeah, -6 is a lot. Yeah, -6 is a lot on that game, I think. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
No. It all depends on what 49er steps up to the attention and to the mic.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But
Even though Mr. Christian McCaffrey only ran for 35 yards or 36 yards last week, maybe 39, I don't know. But they're doing a chance on saying, hey, we let him breathe. Now let him out. I think the 49ers is going to come out, give the points, take it.
Sweet.
Yeah, I just want them to win like last week. You know what I mean?
Just went undercover.
It's just like the U. When the defense, and I'm not
just like the U. Hey, America, I want to introduce you guys to my sister. This is Miss Marianne. We all call her Mary. All right, America, I just wanted to say hello. All right.
Birthday, Marianne.
Happy late birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby.
All right,
but no, what I'm saying is this. For football going on this weekend is very, very, very strong because you know what? We're cutting into the middle of the season. Middle of the season, you're going to find out who's going to be strong and who's going to be done.
Yeah. Separate the men from the boys.
All right,
a lot of them are JV. The varsity is far in between. We have a lot of shit going on.
You better hope those boys ain't your Broncos today.
Yeah, dude. Hey, you know what? This time in life, the Broncos, I am very comfortable with. You know, we're going to be playing an old man, Kirk Cousins. We're going to be playing a young running back. We're going to be playing a young tight end and 2 very young wide receivers. But I feel my defense from the Denver Broncos are going to step up.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos. All right, everybody have a good day.
Go Lamar. Go
Talk to everybody next week, and hopefully it'll be after a glorious Broncos victory.
Hey, we need it. We need it after last week's disgusting inning.
I don't even want to talk about that game. It didn't happen.
God bless you, ladies and gentlemen, and God bless America.
It didn't happen. All right, guys. Everybody have a good day.
Laters.
See ya.
Yeah.